Hey everyone, I'm HYLFINE veterans from accounting major. My presentation today about respect for cultural diversity and cultural rights. Identity, diversity, and pluralism. Cultural diversity, the common heritage of humanity culture, takes the distinct forms across time and space. This diversity is embodied in the unique and plurality of the identities of the groups and societies making up humankind. As a source of exchange, innovation, and creativity, cultural diversity is necessary for humankind as biodiversity is for nature. In this sense, it is the common heritage of humanity and should be recognized and affirmed for the benefit of present and future generations. From cultural diversity to cultural pluralism, in our increasingly diverse societies, it is essential to ensure harmonious interaction among people and groups with plural, varied, and dynamic cultural identities as well as their willingness to live together. Policies for the inclusion and participation of all citizens are guarantee of social cohesion, the vitality of civil society, and peace. This define cultural pluralism give police expression to the reality of cultural diversity. And this is sociable from a democratic framework. Cultural pluralism is conducive to cultural exchange and to the flourishing of creative capacities that sustain public. Cultural diversity as a factor in the development. Cultural diversity widens the range of option open to everyone. It is one of the roots the development, understood not simply in terms of economic growth but also as a means to achieve a more satisfactory intellectual, emotional, moral, and spiritual existence. Cultural diversity and human rights. Human rights as a guarantees of cultural diversity. The defense of cultural diversity is an ethical imperative inseparable from respect for humanity dignity. It implies of commitment to human rights and fundamental freedoms, in particular the rights of persons belonging to minorities and those indigenous people. No one may invoke cultural diversity to infringe upon human rights guaranteed by international law, nor to limit their scope. Cultural cultural rights as an enabling environment for cultural diversity. Rights are an integral part of human rights which are universal, indivisible, and interdependent. The flourish of creative diversity requires the full implementation of cultural rights as defined in Article 27 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and Article 13 and 15 of the International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights. All persons should therefore be able to express themselves and to create and disseminate their work in the language of their choice, and particularly in their mother tongue. All persons should be entitled to quality education and training that fully respect their cultural identity, and all persons have the right to participate in the cultural life of their choice and conduct their own cultural practice subject to respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. Towards access for all to cultural diversity, while ensuring the free flow of ideas by word and image. Care should be exercised so that all cultures can express themselves and make themselves known. Freedom of expression, media pluralism, multilingualism, equal access to art and to scientific and technological knowledge, including in digital form, and the possibility for all cultures to have access to the means of expression and dissemination are the guarantees of cultural diversity. Cultural diversity and solidarity. Strengthening capacities for creation and dissemination worldwide. In the face of current imbalance in flow and exchange of cultural goods and services at the global level, it is necessary to reinforce international cooperation and solidarity aimed at enabling all countries, especially developing countries and countries in transition, to, to establish cultural industry that are viable and competitive at national and international level. The second, building partnership between the public sector, the private sector, and civil society. Markets, market force alone cannot guarantee the perfect preservation and promotion of cultural diversity, which is the key to sustainable human development. From this perspective, the preeminence of public policy, in partnership with the private sector and civil society, must be reaffirmed. Thank you for your attention. See you on in my next presentation.